Good evening, once again, another Wednesday night and another Open Mic Magic show. Hello to our friends out there in Facebook land and those watching us on Twitch. We have, as I always say, a great lineup for you tonight, but we do have, it is fantastic. So, without further ado, we're just going over to a gentleman who was due to perform on the show, but he's in Canada and at FISM, which is the big magic thing that all the great people are going to, and he couldn't make it to do a live. So he has sent us a video. Dr. Michael Likey. Well, fantastic as always. He just is a master of those rings. Thank you, Dr. Michael Likey, and hopefully he's watching us on his phone on Facebook or something like that. So, moving on rapidly, but staying in the USA, we have our favorite classic magic person, the lovely Robina. Hi there, Robin. Thank you. Thank you, Robin. Thank you, Robina. Right, okay, now from the colourful world of silk, flowers and beautiful colours of Robina to the dark and mysterious mind of our next guest, Michael Kelly. Come in, Michael.
Hello, Cowan. Those of you who were at the Tuesday night Magic Theatre last night will have seen me do a little something with runes. And I'm not going to use runes tonight, but I want to stay on the same sort of wavelength. So I'm going to be talking about matters from Norse mythology. In particular, Sigurd. Sigurd is one of the greatest heroes of legend, and he's one of the earliest tales of a dragon slayer. The dragon in question was called Fafnir. Hadn't always been a dragon, but Fafnir and his family had been paid in gold by the gods after the death of a family member. And not to put too fine a point on it, the gods weren't very pleased with having had to pay up. So the gold was cursed from the start. And this curse really took a grip on Fafnir, who slew his father and then fled with the treasure to a cave on a blasted heath, where he took the form of a great dragon so that he could guard his treasure, and he slept upon the mound of gold. Now, Fafnir's brother Regin was not too pleased about this because he wanted his fair share. And he trained up a young man named Sigurd. He bade him to forge an incredible sword, a sword powerful enough to kill Fafnir. And that's exactly what Sigurd did. He slew the dragon. And the dragon's heart was then cut out because Regin told Sigurd to roast the heart over the campfire while he took a nap. And when the heart was cooked, Sigurd was to wake him up, and he would eat the dragon's heart and gain all of its power and strength. So Sigurd set about roasting the heart. And while he did, a load of birds gathered on the branches of the trees alongside, and they tweeted and fluttered and chirped and made a right merry racket. But of course, who knows what a bird has to say? The heart was nearly cooked. So Sigurd gave it a poke to see if it was ready yet. And when he did, a jet of blood, dragon's heart blood, sprang forth onto his hand and scalded him. So he popped his thumb in his mouth to suck it, to cool it down. And as soon as he did, the dragon's blood entered into his own veins, and he could feel it spreading through him like fire. And as the heat of the dragon's blood filled his veins, he realized that it was changing him, transforming him, and that now, suddenly, he found himself able to understand the language of those birds. And what they were saying to him in all of their cheeps were the words, Regin will betray you. So Sigurd took his sword and he killed Regin for his treachery. And then he entered the dragon's cave and took its treasures for himself. Now, there were four great treasures in the dragon's cave. And they really were mighty treasures. This fabric, a cloak, which would render its wearer invisible and would enable them to create any manner of illusion and deception. This A-trade seal is what was called the Aegishjalma, or the Helm of Awe, and this represents the radiating power of the legendary serpent stare, so that when the dragon had its prey fixed with its eyes, they would either run in terror or be frozen on the spot, paralyzed with fear. But in either case, they'd be easily overcome. And of course, there was money. Lots and lots of money. More money than you could possibly dream what to do with. And a sword which would always render the courageous completely invulnerable in battle. Four tremendous treasures. But, I do have a prediction here written in this envelope. But imagine for a moment that you just happen to be passing by while Sigurd's loading up his horse with all of this treasure. And he turns to you and says, "Hey there, I can't possibly carry all of this stuff. Would you like one of these things? Could I have a volunteer, please? What treasure would you choose out of these four?"
Okay, good. Anyone in the gallery, stick your hand up. And, oh, Ollie. Yeah, go on, let's have Ollie.
Good choice. This will determine the kind of person you are, Ollie. What kind of personality? Which treasure would you choose? The cloak of deception that makes you invisible, the helm of awe that paralyzes enemies with terror, enough money to set you up for life, or a sword which makes its wielder invulnerable as long as they have courage?
The necklace.
The helm of awe. Wow. Of all choices you could have made, that's the most esoteric, because that's the one which contains the dragon's own power. So, how did you do? Well, let's have a look. We have our prediction, and on it, it says you would choose the helm, and there is that A-trade symbol. But then I knew you were one for the esoteric as soon as you appeared on screen, aren't you? Best possible choice. And the choice I knew you'd make. Thanks very much. And back to you, Kevin.
Thanks, Michael. As dark and devious as ever. Thanks very much. Right, okay, from dark and devious to bright and smiley, over to the USA and our very good friend, the elusive Leon Cowan.
Oh, I was just saying that was really spooky, Michael. So I'm excited to be with y'all all tonight. And so I would like to invite someone, Kevin, if we could find somebody out there that is willing to be tested to see how strong their magical powers are. So how about, is Jill interested?
Yep, Jill has said yes.
Excellent. Hello, Jill.
Hello. Oh.
I'm excited you're going to participate. Are you willing to be tested with your magical powers in front of everyone?
Even though I haven't got my purple cloak on, yes.
Okay. So I'm wondering how strong, where are you located?
In Essex, in England.
In England. So not only are we going to test your magical powers, we're going to see if they can reach all the way across the pond into the United States, out to West Texas where I am. Is that okay?
Oh, yes.
Okay, you're up for it. Good deal. Let's go down here. The test is going to involve cards. That's pretty standard with magic, okay? And we're going to test your ability, not mine. So if you fail, it's not my fault, okay? But I don't want you to fail. I want you to succeed. So I've invited a special guest, a magician, to be on this end to help you. Is that okay?
Yes.
And I think everyone will recognize this magician. He is world renowned. So let's all give her an applause for a world renowned magician.
Oh.
Mickey the Wizard. Now, he's going to be here to ensure that you have success, okay? He's going to sit right here and watch every step. So you can see the cards are already fairly mixed, but we're going to go ahead and mix them some more. If you were here, you could shuffle them. Now, what we're going to do is a standard that's used around the world by magicians, okay? They typically will have somebody pick a card, right? They will put the card back into the deck, lose it, and then somehow reveal it. And there's endless ways of doing that. So we're going to do that test, all right?
Yeah.
Okay.
Fine.
Now, you're going to choose a card, and then you're going to find your own card, but you're going to do it long distance. Now, I'm afraid that some people will think that I might peek and see your card, and I might help you. I'm not going to do that. So I brought along here a thick cardboard. It's actually like an envelope, so it's double thick. If I put it here in front of the camera, you can't see me, I can't see you. If I put it right here, all I have is my laptop screen and then my monitor right here, and that's it. If I go down behind this cardboard, I can't see. And you can see the top of my head if I were to try to sneak here for a peek or over the top, right? Okay.
Yep.
So we'll use that in a moment. All right. Right now, you need to choose a card. I'll go through very slowly, but you have the whole deck. You tell me when to stop, and we'll use that card.
Stop.
Right, this card here?
No, the previous one.
This one here?
That one. Yes.
Okay. Right there. I'm going to leave it sticking out. I don't want to take a look at it at all. Let me block my view. Here we go. This is the hardest part of this thing. For me. All right. So I can't see a thing. Let's see here. All right. Can you see your card?
Yes.
You can see it.
I can.
Memorize it, please.
Yes.
Did it fall face down?
Yes.
Okay, great. We're good. Perfect. Now, you've got your card memorized. Well, let's spread those a little bit better. Here we go. There we go. I'm just going to move the card around. You tell me to slow down, and when you tell me to stop at some point, this corner will stick into the cards, okay? So you tell me to slow down anytime.
Slow down.
Okay, slow down, and you tell me when to stop.
Stop.
Right there.
Yeah.
Okay, if I were to bring this, oops, right. Is that pretty good?
Yeah, that's fine.
Insert it here. You're good. Okay, we'll just slide it in like so. Let's just square these up. Now, your card is lost. You have no idea where it is, right?
No.
That's not totally true. You know approximately how far down it was right now, right?
Yes.
So let's get rid of that. So we're going to mix these farther. Let's do something like this. We'll mix the cards like so. We're just going to mush these together. All right? Just to mix them up more. Then I'm going to take some out of the middle. You want these on top or the bottom?
Bottom.
On the bottom. Okay, here we go. See if I can get it on the bottom. There we go. All right, let's take a few more out. Top or bottom?
Top.
Top. All right. Would you like to do it one more time? Or are you good?
Yes. Middle to the top.
Middle to the top. Okay, let's go in here. Middle to the top. Now you good.
Fine.
So the main thing is you have no idea where it is. I have no idea where it is. And even Mickey has no idea where it is at this point.
I was depending on him.
Well, we are going to see how much he can help you here in a moment. Here we go. Okay, now we'll go through the cards and you're going to use your magical powers to find your own card. But here's the bonus. I didn't tell you this. Since this is a pop quiz, I'm going to give you 4 chances. You're going to select 4 cards, and if any one of those 4 is your card, you pass the test. Is that fair?
Okay.
Excellent. So you just tell me, I'll go very slowly. You tell me which card.
Now, the one that you,
This one?
no,
This
the
one?
previous one. Yeah.
Okay, we have a little delay, I think. So that card there.
Yes.
Okay, we'll out jog it. Let's go for your second choice.
Now.
Which one? This one or the other?
The other one.
Okay. Right there?
Yeah.
Okay. You can see how many cards you have left, so you're not in a hurry, but anytime you want, if you feel like it's your card.
Now.
This one?
Yeah.
Okay. That's 3. You have 1 more.
Now.
This one or this one? This one?
That one. Yes.
Okay. 4 cards.
Right.
All right. We went all the way through the deck. I'm going to angle these over here like this. Okay. Now, I have not removed your cards yet because as soon as we take your 4 cards out of this deck, that means you're committed to those 4 cards. Okay. If you want, I could respread and you could change one of those cards if you'd like.
No.
You're good?
Yeah. I'm a very decisive person.
Okay, good. Let's square these up. Put these over here. Now, I want to take a peek at your cards to see what they are before we go any further, if that's okay. Just curious. Okay. All right. Now, I'm going to have you name your card. Whoa. Mickey says there's something he wants to do. He wants to wave his magic wand over the cards.
Thank you, Mickey.
Whoa, wait a minute. The cards are heating up. What did you do, Mickey? Wow, they got very hot, but it's starting to cool off now. I'm not sure what kind of magic that was, but you actually melted the cards on the edge. They're melted together. It's like a book.
Ooh.
In fact, all 4 cards are melted together. I'm not sure what's going on.
What did you do, Mickey?
He's going to give you an additional opportunity to pass the test. What he's suggesting is if one of these 4 cards is not your exact card, then possibly the combination of these 4 cards will be like a roadmap to identify your card. And he says if any of those work, you pass the test. I'm good with that. Are you?
Absolutely.
All right. For the first time, Jill, what was the name of your card?
10 of hearts.
The king of what?
The 10 of hearts.
Oh, the 10. The 10 of hearts. I'm sorry, Jill. None of these cards are your exact card. I'm sorry. But wait a second. He said it could accommodate. I see it now. It took a little bit, but I see it. They do form a roadmap to identify your card. You might be able to see it a little sooner than me. Let's see. Jill, you passed the test. Congratulations.
Only with Mickey's help, though.
Of course. Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Brilliant. Thank you, Leon. That was terrific. Right, from one live act to another video act, because this is one of our regulars who is not particularly well this week, and he's hopes to be back live and kicking next week for us. But he said, why don't we play one of his short illusion videos? So here we go with the wonderful Alan Fisher. Alan and the lovely Claire, his daughter, fantastic stuff. Okay, right. Now, this is the moment that a lot of people have been waiting for, which they've been saying, when are these guys back on the show? And they are with us tonight. So welcome, Mind Your P's and Q's. Phil and Q Car Guy.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, or whatever you identify as. I'm not by myself tonight. No, I'm here with Q Car Guy. Put your hands together, Q Car Guy. Hey, what are you wearing? No, I didn't. I said dress fancy. It's our first night back on open mic, and you dressed like this. It's very tight. You can't say that anymore. It's not politically correct. You can, however, say that. So, Q, while we've been away, have you been watching the Open Magic Show and watching all the brilliant magicians on here? You've been watching them, keeping up to date? No, that's not what we rehearsed, was it? That wasn't what we rehearsed. So have you been watching the Open Magic Show while we've been off so long? Brilliant. So what have you been doing, Q? What have you been doing? You've been getting fat. You was already fat, Q. You was already fat. Fatter. Same. That's why we bounce off each other. So we actually weigh about 200 pounds, but that's on Earth. Whereas if we was on Mars, we would only weigh 76 pounds. We're not actually fat, we're just on the wrong planet. Okay, we've also been working on a quick change. That's right, Q, it's time to get changed. Very quickly. Quicker than that. Quicker than that. It's here. You go, guys.
Hey.
Let's get in with some magic. As you can see, I've got a very normal Coke bottle here from my local magic shop. I've also got a tube. Okay, I'm going to place the tube over the Coke bottle, like so. In fact, I'll lift up the tube slightly. I'm going to take out the Coke bottle from the top. That is definitely not the Coke bottle. I'm so sorry about that. I'm so sorry. You can still see the Coke bottle is actually still in here. But if I take my magic wand and say the magic word, Mary Hinge, it actually completely vanishes. Thank you. Thank you. So, moving on to our next. Jim, will you not do that? You're exposing the truth. This is why I stopped doing this with you. You're showing everybody how stuff's done. You're such an idiot. You couldn't be exposing things like that. Can we just move on to the next trick, please? I'm so sorry about that. Okay, I have a bag here with 2 coins in it. As you can see, we have 2 coins. That's the wrong bag. Jim, that's for later. As you can see, I've got a bag here with 2 coins in it. If I could just have a volunteer, let's go for Tina. Is Tina there? Is there anybody there?
I'll do it for you, Phil.
Thanks.
What do you want?
Tina, please. No.
Let's see if we can find. If Stu's probably.
I can't see a Tina anywhere. Where
Okay. Kevin Peel.
I'll do it.
Kevin Peel. Could you choose a coin for me, please?
The 2p.
The 2p. Okay,
Yep.
which means I get to keep the £2 coin just here, and you win the 2p.
Hey.
I'll send this to you. In fact, I'll give it to you on Thursday when I see it. Unless you want to catch it, of course. Catch.
Ooh. Thank you.
Okay, let's do a little bit of mind reading. Let's have Des and Sherry. Des and Sherry, could you unmute yourself?
Hello, Phil.
Hello.
Hello, how you doing?
Yeah, good.
Okay.
Des and Sherry, could you pick a number for me between 1 and 100? But before you do, I'm going to make a prediction of what I think it might be. So maybe choose a number combined. If one of you chose 1 digit and the other chose another digit.
Okay.
Okay.
Okay, and I'm going to write down what I think you might choose. Okay, I can't change my mind now. So, Des, choose your first number.
6.
And Sherry?
3.
63.
Yep.
Okay, that's a bit awkward. Hold on. 63. Thank you. Okay, that's it. Thank you. We're going to move on to our last trick now. This is a trick that is completely foolproof. Even Cue Card Guy could do it. It's completely foolproof. That's right. It even comes with instructions. I'm going to place the instructions in now and press play.
Hello Phil, and Cue Card Guy. Welcome to the world of custom, mail order, magic. 100% genuine. Today's lesson is the mystery of the vanishing bandana. For this effect you will need the 2 props provided in your package. The square of colored material, and the yellow bandana. Pick up the bandana. Now, fold the bandana in half. That's right, fold it in half. Now fold it one more time. Take the folded bandana and hide it in your left hand. Remember to keep your hand in a natural position. This is called palming. Now that you have mastered palming, we are ready to begin. Open up the folded bandana. Show the audience it is a regular bandana by waving it up and down. If an audience member does not believe it is a real bandana, allow him to wipe his face on it. Now pick up the dark square of fabric and gather the four corners together, making a little makeshift bag. Using your free hand, fold the bandana along the creases you made earlier. And drop it into the folds of the makeshift bag. From the outside of the makeshift bag, squeeze the bandana into a small little ball. What the audience did not see is that you never really put the bandana in the fabric at all. You really kept it hidden in your left hand. Remember palming? Again, remember to keep your left hand held naturally. Now make a magical gesture. For the grand finish, fling open the fabric and receive your well-deserved applause. This tutorial is sponsored by the Tidy Group, online fruit and vegetable store. You will find a sample in your pack, compliments of us. Enjoy.
Thank you. Thank you, Phil and Q. Fabulous. Oh, well, they will no doubt be back with us in another couple of months with some other zany mayhem. Terrific. From the south coast of the UK, over to the USA and to my friend Bruce Yoskin. Hi there, Bruce. Come on down.
Hi, Kevin. Hello. There we go. Hello, everyone. Just had a little bit of a disaster with my network a minute ago, so hopefully we'll get through this. And Kevin, I will need an assistant for this and somebody who's willing to do some work because I'm going to keep them busy. I saw in the gallery a little while ago Steve Marisi, an old friend. I don't know if he's interested.
Yes, Steve, stick your hand up if you are.
Yes, Steve, how are you?
He's muted.
Oh.
So, Steve, do you want to unmute? But he's talking. He may be on the phone.
Oh, that's Steve. Oh,
okay. How are we doing here?
No, we're not managing to get Steve unmuted.
Somebody else. Anybody.
The wonders of Zoom. Yeah, Paul Cooper. How about Paul Cooper?
How about Paul Cooper?
Hi, hi. I turned the light on as well. You get a bonus.
Yeah.
Bonus light.
Oh my God, that's worse.
I'm sorry.
Paul, how have you been?
Bruce. Hi. I'm well, thank you.
So, Paul.
So
let me get down here to the cards. There we go. You and I together are going to do something with a deck of cards. And I have to let you know that ahead of time, I did pull out some cards. I won't say I altered the deck. I just, I took some cards out, and you need to know that they're all number cards, okay? No picture cards. This group over here has the balance of the number cards and all of the picture cards, okay? Now, if you were here, Paul, I would hand these to you and ask you to shuffle to your heart's content, but you're not here. So I'll do the shuffling, and at any point in time, you simply say, stop. Okay, you see they're going into one another there.
Indeed. Stop is good.
Stop is good, okay. Yep. Pardon me. Now I'm gonna remove one card from this pack. Okay, and we'll call this a prediction. Okay, and we'll deal with it a little later, but let's like this one. This is a good card, and this is a good card. I think we'll go with this. All right, just put the rest of these over here. Actually, we'll take this one, and let me put it about a third of the way into the box. We'll leave it right here. Keep your eye on it. Actually, no, you're going to be busy doing other stuff. Other people can keep their eye on it. So now let's go to the number cards, and we're going to do a couple things. I'm going to ask you to help me mix them up in a couple different ways. The first way, they're all face down. And what I'd like to do is get some of them into a face-up position. So, Paul, I will deal one at a time, cards down to the table, and you direct me as to whether they're going to be face down like this or face up. Starting with this one.
Down, face down, face down, face up, face up, face up, face up, down, up,
ooh,
down, up, up, down, up, up, down, down.
Okay, pretty good distribution here. Let's check it out. This is 8 or 9 on that side and 8 or 9 on this side. Now we're going to mix them again, but a little differently. We'll take them out of order a bit. And to do this, you're going to execute the well-known stop, flip, and drop shuffle, with which I'm sure you're very well aware.
Absolutely.
What I'm going to do is, if it were you here, I would give the cards and you could do it, but we'll drop a few cards on the table. You'll say stop. I'll flip the balance and put them down on the pack. Okay?
Yep.
The rest is up to you.
So there.
Here?
Yep.
Okay. A flip.
Yep.
And a drop.
Yep.
Nicely done. Let's do that again.
Now.
Now. Okay. Again?
One more time. Yes, please.
One more time. Oh, going for the long one.
Okay, there.
Which one? This one or this one?
The one in your hand.
Okay. Flip and drop. Okay. Just a couple more things for you to do, Paul. Now what I want to do is have 4 cards chosen, and we're going to do that in a rather unique way. And I'm going to deal out 4 cards just like this. Now, some people like to number cards when they put them out like this. They'll go 1, 2, 3, or 4. Some people like to assign letters to them, A, B, C, D. I don't want to appear to be favoring one way or the other. So let's do these as 1, 2, C, and D. Okay, I want you to pick one card, which I'll push out into space here, and that'll be one of the 4 that'll be chosen. Your choice.
Number 1.
Number 1. Okay, we're going to do that again. Now, you can't use that one again, so we're down to 2, C, and D.
Okay, a D. D for Delta, correct.
D, okay. Once again, 2 and B, A. I'm confused.
There's 2 and C that are left behind. So C for Charlie next, please.
C for Charlie. And the last one, of course, there's no choice here because the only open space is that.
Right.
All right, nice job. So let me get these back in, not in order, but let me get them all face. Now, we only have 1 face down. We have 3 face up cards. These, we need to use them one more time. I'm not quite sure on that yet because they're not all visible. So let's turn that over and see what we have. Paul, one last thing for you to do. I'm going to ask you to choose 1 card at a time, in order, out of order, whatever, it doesn't matter. And I'm going to deal down the number of cards that follow along with that number. So whichever one you want first.
We'll start with the 5 of hearts, shall we?
Start with the 5. So that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 5 is gone.
Okay. Next is 2. 2 of clubs.
1, 2.
8.
8.
Correct.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, and the 3.
Right.
Okay. Now, I think you'll agree that after all this mishigas, which is a Jewish word for craziness, meaning all of the mixing up and the flipping and the flopping and all that, we have arrived at a number, a card. And this particular card was arrived at totally at random with all of the things that were going on. And that card is the 4 of diamonds. Now, you'll remember at the very beginning, before we even got involved with the cards, I did take one card out. And that's the card over here. And how terrific would it be if that card matched?
That'd be amazing.
The only other red card with the number 4 is the 4 of diamonds. Oh, 2 in a row. Thank you very much for your help. Let me go back and say goodbye to everybody. Full face.
Excellent. Thank you.
Kevin, thanks very much for the invite. See you next week.
Thank you, Bruce. Oh. Burn him. The man's a wizard. Thank you. No idea what was happening there. Right. Okay. Staying in the USA and going to the owner of that laugh, who I heard just laughing there. My good friend from New York City, the boy from New York City, Tommy Burnett.
The boy from New York City. Sounds like a yeah. I don't want to say what that sounds like, but the boy from, sounds like a ABC after school special. I know you don't have those in UK, but we have them here. Anyway, good evening, one and all. And I'm very happy to be here this evening with you. I'm going to need a volunteer. Is there anyone out in the gallery who would like to help me out? And Bill. Hello, Bill. How are you,
Tommy.
my friend? How are you, my friend?
Unbelievable.
Well, I don't believe you. See what I did there? It was unbelievable. I don't believe it. Anyway, okay, so I got a million of them. That's the wrong one. That is the wrong one. I want this one. There we go. It even says top view right down there. to remind me where I'm looking at. Okay, so I have this rather ornate box, and inside I have 2 things. I only want you to see one for now. I'm going to pull out a small deck of cards, and Billy, you know who Edgar Allan Poe was, right?
Right.
Okay. He happens to be one of my favorite writers of horror and macabre, or as I say in French, macabre. Anyway, okay. Never tell that joke again. Okay, so, yeah. It was funny in my head, but when it came out, it wasn't. It fell flat. But anyway, these are, and I'll hold them up so you can see them better. I know the camera isn't very good right now, but these are different stories by Edgar Allan Poe. Let's see, we have Annabelle Lee, right? Which is one of my mother's favorites. There's the Black Cat.
Black Cat.
Yep. And there's the Pit and the Pendulum. Yeah, I'm gonna have to work on focusing that camera. Mask of the Red Death. The Raven, a classic. Let's see, the Premature Burial. And then the Oval Portrait. the gold bug, which I just saw online. This book, the original copy goes for like $275. And then the Telltale Heart.
Telltale Heart.
Yes, yes. I love it. Yeah, it was a great story. I actually did that as a monologue in high school for my drama class. Yeah, anyway, if you were here right now, you could shuffle these and I will shuffle them for you. I'll even do one of those fantasy shuffles that Leon did before, but it just kind of mix them all in, take some from the middle, put it on the top, take some from the middle, and put it on the bottom. Are you satisfied that this is shuffled, Bill?
Yes, I'm satisfied.
Yeah, okay, good. I'm never satisfied, Bill. I'm glad one of us is satisfied. Okay, so so I'm just going to start putting these out in 3 rows in no particular order, okay? And let me move these up or towards me a little bit so you can see them all. There we go. And I'm going to flip over the ones in the corner. And that's all I'm going to do. Now, again, if you were here, you could have done all this for me. But because you're not, I had to do it for you. But now everything else is going to be up to you. And we're going to fold these cards over almost like a book. We're going to fold them into each other. And we can start wherever you want. We can start with this row, column, or any of these rows that you want. We're going to fold them in. I hope that made sense.
The column of the Telltale Heart up.
This one here. And
yep.
So we're going to fold it in this way, like that, right? So now you can do it. You can do a column again, or you can start on a row. Would you like to start on a row or on a column?
A column.
Okay, so
column A.
Yeah, it was basically the same, right? And so now we can fold this way or this way. You want from the bottom or from the top?
Top.
From the top, we'll fold that down. And then we're left with this one on here or this one onto there.
Face down on top.
Face down on top, like that. Yep. So now we should have one card. Yes, there it is. One card is facing the wrong way. We still have the mask of the Red Death, the oval portrait, the pit and the pendulum, the black cat, the telltale heart, the gold bug.
Ah!
I know. The premature burial and Annabelle Lee. And do you remember what was left?
The Raven.
That's right. The Raven.
Which is my rookie book.
It's a great book. Now, what I neglected to tell you in the beginning is that of all of these, this has always been my favorite Edgar Allan Poe story. And it's easy for me to say. It's easy for me to say, but I actually have proof inside this box. I have something wrapped up in a piece of cloth. And it happens to be a raven skull.
Okay, now you can put it away. That's enough.
Thank you, Bill. Thank you for your help. And now back to
Thank
Kevin.
you, Tommy.
Thank you, Bill.
So you've actually sort of damaged Bruce's brain for the rest of the week now, Tommy. And he's going to get out that bell book and candle and sort things.
Yeah.
Thanks, Tommy. Thanks,
you.
Tommy. Right, so that's a little bit after 9 o'clock here in the UK. Just about time to wrap the show up. So down to me to finish off with something. And I'm going to try something new and give it a go, see if it works. And I want someone from the gallery who's a film buff. So if you love your movies, I'm just looking over here to the gallery, so excuse the side view. Stick your hand in the air if you love movies.
Do you want me, Kev? I like a good movie. Do you want me, Kevin? I like a good movie.
Oh, okay, yes, Stu, fantastic.
My God,
brilliant,
yeah.
excellent. Oh, wow, this is exciting, which I wasn't expecting. Yes, Stu. Can you just let everybody know that I had no idea that you were going to volunteer? Was I literally putting out for volunteers?
No, you didn't.
And you don't know what we're going to do if you didn't see
Tommy's
show last night, did you? So
no.
Okay. So if we go to the overhead camera, I've got a sketch pad there, which we'll come back to. I have a lovely pack of cards which have 53 different films on them, but they're done in a stylized fashion. So, for example, being a film buff, you should be able to work out what the films are quite quickly.
Yeah, Chariots of Fire.
So that's Chariots of Fire, and you'll notice there's a little quote from it as well. We've got loads of different films here. Just stop at another one there. What's that one?
Charlie and the Chocolate Factory.
Yes, you're good. Let's just try and find a difficult. There we go. That one.
Oh, Sister Act.
Yeah. No fooling you. Oh. Oh no, too easy.
Yeah.
No, too easy. Too easy. Oh, how about that one?
Kill Bill, Volume 1 or 2.
Yeah. And as everyone can see, there are loads of different movies there. I'm going to get you to select one of these and try and remember the words associated with it as well. But obviously, if I just went through and said, Stuart, pick one, I would be able to see the same as you, which isn't really very impressive. So I've tried to work out a way of doing this over Zoom. So let's just go to the other camera. And firstly, I'll show you what we're going to do. I'm going to hold these up and I'm just going to go through them. In fact, let's just cut them randomly somewhere in the middle so that I don't know even where we're starting at.
Okay.
And we'll do that again after I've demonstrated. I'm just going to go move them from the back to the front while I can't see in a minute. You'll see what I mean. And when there's a movie that you really feel emotionally attracted to, because I need you to actually feel this movie. Yeah, you'll say stop, and then you'll look at it, remember it, and then we'll bury it somewhere in the middle. Okay.
Okay.
So I'm just going to give these another mix up. You happy with that, or do you want me to cut them again? It's up to you.
Yeah, cut them one more time.
Cut them one more time. Yeah.
Thank you.
So we'd hit your baby one more time. Right. I've got a blindfold, which I'm going to take my no, let me just make sure I've got the angle right. So they're here. I'll swivel them up.
Okay.
And if they're not in view, tell me left, right, up and down, so because I won't be able to see. Without my glasses, it's difficult enough. Without my glasses and the blindfold, it's more or less impossible. And very uncomfortable. So, Stu.
Yep.
Can you see the films?
Yep.
Okay, so I'll just go through like this. Excuse the exaggerated movements. I'm to make sure they're going to the front.
Stop.
Stop there.
Yeah.
So this one here is the one that you're going to remember. And can you see the words?
I can, yes.
You can. So if you remember. So as I said, what I'm going to do is I'm going to bury that. Is that somewhere in the middle? Feels.
Yeah, that looks about right, yeah.
Like somewhere in the middle. Oh my God, that's better. Difficult enough with my, let's put these out of the way. So, Stuart, let's just work this out. What I'd like you to do is think about this movie, and think about what you like about it. And I'm going to just sort of sketch some thoughts down here and see if I can work out what you're thinking about. And okay. Firstly, on the bottom of the card, there would have been some words. Could you say those over nice and loud in your head? And let me just sort of see your facial expressions. Very, very neutral facial. Oh, a little bit of a smile there. So probably, hopefully it was something a little bit amusing. And think of the hero or heroine from this. Just look at me in the eyes, Stu. Can you look up a little bit? Look up towards your camera. Hero or heroine? Oh, can you get some expression when I'm talking? Absolutely blank. Absolutely blank. Sort of a hero. I'm getting. It's not. It's a male character, and it's sort of and he has behavior problems. What does that mean? I'm not sure what that means. Yeah, I got it. Right, I think we have worked this one out. So, Stuart, what was the name of the movie and what was the phrase?
Austin Powers, Oh Behave.
Yes. We got it.
Very good.
Thanks, Stuart. That was good fun. Thanks very much. Right, and that's about all we've got time for. Just up to me to say thank you very much to Michael Likey, Dr. Michael Likey on video, the wonderful Robina, Michael Kelly, deep and mysterious as always, Leon Cowan, who is always fabulous with cards, just great. Alan Fisher doing an illusion on video again. Phil and Q Card Guy minding their P's and Q's, or almost not minding their P's and Q's, but very, very funny and great fun. Thanks for coming, guys. Bruce Yoskin, I'm glad your internet came back up and you were able to join us back in the show. Tommy Burnett, and that's it for tonight. So goodbye to everybody out there in Facebook land. Bye, 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 Facebook and Twitch. And whoever else is watching us in any other medium or whatever, goodbye. We'll stop.